Hello everyone, it's Jen from Jen Stamps. Tonight we're going to be assembling this thank you card. I featured it on my Facebook page today. It was my daily card and I made it a thank you card using the Ornate Garden Suite Designer Series paper as this particular layer, and I used the stitched nested labels, these, to create my die cuts. I used the Peaceful Moments stamp set, lots of sentiments here. My card that I made earlier today was a thank you card. Tonight I'm going to make a happy birthday card. I need one for someone actually tomorrow, and she loves sunflowers and yellow, so this will be a perfect card. For my background, I used the Birch stamp set. It's a very large stamp. It's perfect for a card front, just making a really neat background. That is Birch, and we're gonna get started. My card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my Stamparatus to do my background stamp using the Birch stamp. I've already mounted the Birch stamp, and we're just going to get our paper in place on the Stamparatus. It's really good for doing backgrounds, if you're doing a lot of cards with the same design, the Stamparatus will make that job go really, really quick, because you can insert all your cards in the same spot, and your stamps remain in the same location. It comes with 2 plates. You can order multiple plates, so if it's a card that requires multiple stamps, you can have them all mounted and your paper doesn't move. And if you even need to re-ink and stamp again, you can do that with your paper staying in the same location. So we have the stamp inked up. We're going to lower the plate, and we're going to get that background stamped down. And there's our Birch background. And in case I didn't mention, we're using Early Espresso ink. Okay, we'll take that out and set it aside. We'll move our Stamparatus. And the next thing we're going to stamp is our sentiment. I cut this out using Mint Macron green, and again, that's from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. We're using the Happy Birthday tonight, and that was cut out using the nested dies, and it was the second to smallest die for that one. Okay, so we're going to ink our stamp up. Make sure we've got enough ink on there. Line up our stamp. Some people stamp and then die cut. I've done it both ways. With a stamp like this that came out good, it's not too hard to line up and stamp, after the fact. But if you want to be really straight for sure, you can stamp and die cut after. That works too. So now we'll bring our card base back in. And I've mentioned before, I like to work flat. I don't fold my cards before I start building them. I fold at the end, but you're welcome to do do it in any order you choose. This background piece is Early Espresso cardstock. That's using the largest die out of this set. And then our DSP layer is the second to largest die. So we're going to glue this layer down using Tombow or snail, whichever you prefer. Again, with the Tombow glue, you have a little movement. It doesn't take a lot, just a nice thin bead. You don't want it squirting out of the edges. We'll position that centered on our piece. And we have about 4 seconds worth of movement here. It looks pretty straight. Okay, and it is still moving on me. Press it down. Our next layer will be our DSP layer. And I think it looks good that way. Lots of yellows and whites. It almost looks like a mix between daisies and brown-eyed Susans, this particular piece of the DSP. There's all kinds of really the back side of it, as you can see, has gold foil. This is pretty also. It's hard to pick a side with this paper. It's all really nice. So we'll line that up. And again, we got a little movement there so you can get it exactly where you want it. And when I put the sentiment on, I popped that up using dimensionals. So we've got our dimensionals here, we've got our happy birthday, and I'm going to put about 3 on there. I'm very generous with my dimensionals. They are one of the most inexpensive things in the catalog. I believe they're $4.50, and you get 3 sheets of them. They last quite a long time, and they're fun to use on a lot of cards in a lot of different places. And there is our happy birthday. And I think I'm going to keep this card as a real simple card. I'm now going to use my bone folder to get a nice fold. And there's our card as a happy birthday. And here it is as a thank you card. I hope you enjoyed my quick video tonight, and if you want to embellish this more with rhinestones, you could, but it really stands great, I think, on its own as is. So have a good night, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.